Sossei, Jayson Shaw, Sossei, 763, Shaw, and 833. Play there. Maybe got away from him a little bit. That's something I've noticed. The table might be playing a little bit quicker. You got to assume. Well, I don't know that he could both there get this full snooker and cover the two up close. I don't know that he can get the left side of the certain our right side of that's any good. I don't know what you do. 7, where it's at. Do you try to test your luck here and maybe chop at the 2 to the lower left, sending the cue ball towards the brown 7? A lot of good things that can happen. You don't want to make the 7 and snooker yourself on the 2. Cut at this volume pace. Got in mind.
Jeremy, it's Brian. The other Brian. Chicken's indisposed for a moment, so I figured I'd stop in and keep you company.
This is Scott.
I'm sorry, damn it.
You're good.
My
It's all
mistake.
good.
My mistake. I keep forgetting that we exchanged the two of you for the schedule for today. But I've been talking to you in text anyway. Anyway, so this is going to be a scorcher, right? You got Jeremy Sossei and Jayson Shaw, both local to Yale Billiards, well known around here. Super excited to see these guys go at it.
And no doubt. Quick pace players, very accurate players. Jayson, we covered at the PLP variation. Jeremy and I both thought he was hitting the ball extremely well, playing well, finished in the top 5. My opinion, top natural players I've probably ever seen. Jayson Shaw. And once again, what I've noticed, and you look at Jayson throw his arm up, we just touched on this, Abel playing quite a bit quicker today than what we covered yesterday. This is not easy. Don't even know that he can really go at this. Well, he did go at it. It was a good hit, no direction of it. So Sue's the hit was clean. Play the 6 and 5 if you'd like, or up and down side. Shot makers. Game, one of the best shot makers to ever live. We are back. Got my man Brian Chicken Carroll with us. How you doing, Brian?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Just went and took a quick seltzer break is what I do. Got my seltzer and ready for this exciting match. Couldn't ask for a better one. Turns out to be we got a couple of our local guys. I guess we claim Jayson as our local guy now. He has a beautiful room maybe 15 miles away from where we're at. And Jermey
US1
Sossei.
Billiards.
Yeah, US1 Billiards. He's one of those guys, if you ever go over there, I've been over there a number of times when he's involved in a tournament. He could make you your lunch or your drinks, go clean off the tables. I've seen him shovel a little snow in the parking lot and come back in when they call his match. He's what they call a hands-on room owner.
Tell you what, Brian, last year we covered PLP for a week in Jason's room, and he and Aura cooked their parents the best food. It was a special event there.
Taking my lady there just as a restaurant stop. And the Korean food they have there is fantastic.
Sure is. I believe they've been rated top 3 in the area multiple times, and maybe the area's best a couple of years.
We always used to figure was a go-to was Snookers up in Rhode Island. Snookers has an incredible menu, and yeah, you got to figure US1 here in West Haven, Connecticut as another must eat at. I always heard Holden Chen over at Rax on Long Island had some great noodles over there. Those Oriental noodle dinners.
Big miss by Sossei, Brian. I was surprised by the snooker. And you guys didn't notice, I'll point it out the next time he try and tie something up here.
What an uncomfortable shot this is, huh?
Yeah, trying to maybe float the 2 behind the 9 here off the left rail or the lower rail, our lower rail. Tie direct up. What I was going to say is the next time Jayson breaks, I'll touch on it. Didn't get a chance there, but very interesting style to how he's breaking balls at the moment. You don't see too many players do exactly what you leave the carom on, Brian. It's 2-9 carom event. Look pretty dual.
Look overhead and see if that reveals anything more about it. I don't know. That looks tough to me. You think that's on?
Possible. It all obviously depends on where the cue ball ends up, but with an inside ball, you can definitely, yeah, that's where he wants to be. You can definitely twist the 9 outward, go into the 2 with an inside ball and just throw the 9 outward or down.
He wants to be over toward the spot. Let's see.
Yeah, a little bit above the spot, or I think. I don't quite that flat. I don't know that that's going to get it, though. It's going to be tight. Still thin hit, too, if he wants to play it with an outside ball, because it's the only thing that'll throw the 9.
He feels like he didn't get there enough to make the shot on offense. He certainly has a pretty good defensive play available. But who doesn't like to end the game right here if they can?
Yeah, so a big miss hit on the 1 by Sossei, and then obviously coming short of the here. Pretty straightforward defensive play, rolling 2. He's concerned about letting Jayson Shaw back. He wasn't
Yeah.
that either.
Almost under any circumstances, that's right.
So he's probably forward here. Mike, you got a pretty fortunate rub off the 3 there. Otherwise, the 2's tracking around something.
Jayson's going to go to the short rail. I think he has a path. Unless he can get into the long rail just after the side pocket. I don't think he wants that, though. Well, he's aiming. Looks like he might. Yeah. Well, I was surprised to learn that Jayson actually had lost a match earlier today to Hunter Lombardo.
I'll tell you what, I'm surprised, but Hunter is a great player and beat anybody at any. Definitely a surprise. Strike there. He goes forward. Is he coming towards the 7, or can he beat it inside on the outside? Side of it there. Really opens everything up. Just pinch back a little bit. Broke. Again, we've seen this, Brian, over and over, overrunning the mark a little bit.
Dialing in the speed on this table seems to be a little problematic. He should make this, and he'll be tracking right for the 8 ball. Nice recovery.
Oh, really? Jayson got elevated too. tie this up. Sossei.
Here's a word from our main sponsor, McDermott Cues. Okay, back to the live action.
Our first look at how Sossei's breaking the balls. He's a little bit more towards the outside of the box, actually the far corner. This is a little more standard for the American. Get to the outside a little bit.
And he wants to. He could really whack the balls. Powerful, powerful breaker.
And no doubt, you can see there with the spread that he received, he got a good, even on the three, he's got down 5, but everything. Two ways to play this. You can draw out of the corner with a natural ball, or you can kill it with an inside ball and come up. Much tougher play that way. They like to use this running England. A little easier to pocket the ball that way. I say that. Free opportunity. Draw. Surprised if he out here. Likes to cut these side. He's a very good player with the thin hit. It is extreme, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Wow. Great, great cut.
Quick player under all circumstances, all pressure.
Yeah.
Pace really never changes.
I was going to say he's really enjoyable to watch. It doesn't work for everybody, that's for sure. Captain Obvious statement there. But it's fun to watch him cruise around the table. He just has quite a pace. I remember he played a set in 16 minutes, I believe it was, up at Turning Stone against Mika Immonen. I don't think he ran the set, but he was pretty close to. That was one of his many years. He was on quite a tear up there, winning Turning Stone after Turning Stone.
Turning Stone for. I want to touch on this break. Pretty odd what he's doing. The cue ball just left of center, crossing the face of the one. Still a cut break, crossing the face of the one. So he's putting the cue ball to our left of center, where he did last time. Catching, get the straight on view. That'd be great. Okay. Hit it different this time. He went into the balls full in the first break. He crossed the face of it, which he'll do from time to time. So he's experimenting right now with how the table breaks. He played those completely different. It's dry.
Did he not have good success on his first break?
No, I don't believe he did.
That's why he's
it was
trying to mix
dry
it,
as well.
Trying to mix it up a little. Yeah.
Out here, and a lot of times these great players will try to tie something up or block something. kind of cover up two a little. Tell you what, though, I wouldn't want to leave Jayson Shaw a clean look at the one like this. I think it can be dangerous. I don't know how much of it he can see. Got a good defensive play if he doesn't want it. Uh-oh.
I think he at least has the right side of the ball. Should be able to just ticky the very right side, let the cue ball release a couple of rails and down. I think you would be aiming to get underneath the 9 ball. Use all those cover balls in the middle. You may just send the 2 ball back now, though. His preference.
Is he attacking here? Is he going to cross this? Pretty clever. He tried to stun it with an inside ball and sneak behind the pink purple there.
Close. He still may have a little bit of a edge of that pink ball in the way. Look up above.
Okay, look at the side pocket. Jayson can attack here. He can definitely play this to the side.
Talking about to the cross side.
I think he can cut it. I think he can cut it to the side. It's thin, but I think he definitely plays. Now he might be able to just cross it over to 6 and use 7. He's got defensive options out.
I was looking at that angle. That angle looked a little bit steep to me.
Clearly,
but maybe
this angle
yeah.
is steep. Got options. Cross the face of the 2, drop down below the 7, sending the 6 and probably just cut 2 past the side and use 6 and yeah, so what I think he's looking at is if you happen to make the 2, does he have anything free? Game over. Free, I don't think pocket anyway.
Yeah, for Jayson to take this long, it's unusual. So it's complicated for sure.
Yeah, I just felt like he could miss the side if you cut the 2 past it.
Yeah.
Let him see a peek too. Hard to tell.
Pretty nice touch on that one. Jayson using a lot of body English there.
Kind of go here. Or got it and use the ball, but not find the gap.
May have.
I'm a little bit surprised he didn't play the same shot, but play to make it. And if you don't, you might get backdoor cover with balls. What's this?
I think that'll go to the corner, I think. Nope. Had him pretty good there.
Something I noticed these great players do a lot. Jeremy touches on coming in behind the real full here. Oftentimes it won't scratch like you think in the top left, but like this a little, maybe going ball first at 5 are tied up.
Facing the full shot on the side. And it's another one of those little bit of a like a steep angle.
4 and 5, the way they lay on it. Playing it side.
Might be a safety next, right?
And the cross side also, it's available. The 9 makes a pocket. Might take a whack at the cross side and just try to come 1-5.
That's a great shot there.
Dang. Well, definitely not exactly where it. Got up his sleeve here. The extension.
Try to spin off the bottom rail, yeah, off the short rail.
Taom Cue actually looking to go in heavy and play the pink off the 5. It's going to work out. We were touching on that last match, Brian, where these elite players will use that jump cue in really precarious positions. They're so creative with it, not just offensively, but defensively as well.
He had to lay side saddle on the table to get that one. He did ended up with a great result.
I just want to give everybody a quick update on what's going on right now on table 5. Dave Gavish is down 5-2 over Francisco Candela. On table 1, Matt Vergara is down 4-2 over David Alcady. Table 2, we got Alex Bausch down 6-2. Georgie's over Alex 6-2. Brandon Schuff's up 3-1 over Payne McBride. Onas is up 6-2 over Andre. And right here, Jason Shaw is 2-1. John Moore is up 5-4 over Joey Dupuis. And Sam Henderson's 3-2 over Nathan Childress going on right now.
Thank you, Bobby Hill.
Thank you.
Man, right there. Digital.net/Shark by Shaw. Gonna tuck him under the
He's checking if he can get just before the side pocket with some slow spin, a lot of spin, slow shot. So it'll grab. Looks like he can get the hit.
Yeah, he does something different. He cues to the low side of the ball, then goes up.
Yeah, he rises.
Players
Yeah.
rises. Might hit this. I think he a little bit of clear the 9 here, right?
Yep. Just thread it back up, and he should be okay.
Utilizing rails to their full potential here, right? Just letting it out. Flat cue ball there. All about making 6. Job done.
Watch a stop shot. There's a little slight angle on it. Jayson extends his lead 3-1.
What's going on, guys? Bobby Hilton joining you guys in the booth for a few minutes. How's everything going so far?
Bobby, everything is good, man. Thank you so much for having us. And this event seems to be pretty popular so far.
Yeah, we're definitely getting a good response from everybody. We're doing some collabs with Matchroom as well, so that's good to see them working with us. It's fantastic. The field is just super strong. I mean, Jayson just lost to Hunter because Hunter ran a 7-pack on him earlier.
Hate when that happens.
Run a 7. Run
Yeah,
a 7-pack.
yeah. Look, Jayson lost 9-2.
I was just touching on the fact that he plays, he plays at such a high level. He's capable of beating any 7-pack. Says a lot in this format.
Gonna be alive tomorrow. Our guy Lucas from the Sharkstream did great, beat Mora. He's in a final 16. A lot of good matches coming out still tonight, and then tomorrow the matches, just so you guys know, out there in WNTV and Sharkstream. Tomorrow is going to be 12 o'clock and 2:30. That's the times for the final 16 to get down to the final 8.
And the cream
That's
really
Eastern
is.
Standard Time.
Yes, sir. Eastern Standard, and the cream is rising as expected for the most part. Right? Hadn't been too much in the way of surprises.
The big one was Shaw losing.
Shaw losing to Hunter. Yeah.
Honus and Kachi was a close one, but Honus lost a 9-4, I think. And then Georgiev lost earlier, and David Alcady. So there's a couple upsets in the last one. Look at that shot right there.
Nice shot. This is the kind of thing that Scott and I were talking about earlier about when you're playing a safe, when you can lock them on the ball, it's just so much exponentially better. You're cutting off all the a lot of the kick angles.
That's what players tend to want. Right? They'll alleviate any of those gaps to where they outside of where you're comfortable.
Kind of the difference between like county jail and federal penitentiary.
Good hit right.
Feels like it anyway when they're doing it to me.
Yeah, well, you just put Jayson into the county jail then, not in the penitentiary.
Yeah, he's just in county. Yeah.
On a side note, the reason Jason's in this one loss side is apparently I was told by a few people out here, Hunter ran a 7-pack against him.
Yeah, we were just talking about that, right?
Sorry about that then.
But that's what I heard. Yep.
Yeah, we were just discussing it. Pretty cool. It's
Pretty
a
impressive.
big package, this format, sure. And Hunter's capable. Great player. He's very capable.
I think Jayson was too excited about it, to be honest with you.
No, but Jayson quickly could have done the same thing to him and has done it. So it's sometimes you're the bug.
Definitely.
I have not heard that before. That's perfect.
Well, Jayson was the bug.
he's not the bug very often, is he? Yeah.
No, he's not.
He's one of the favorites to win this event, obviously. And Kachi, FSR, and of course the whole field is super strong.
I mentioned it yesterday. If you were ever thinking of going to hustle some pool in Spain, this would be the exact right time because all the Spanish pool players are here.
Yeah, no doubt.
All here.
Well,
Power
this is
this
playing
ball.
real well as well yesterday and today.
Just barely escaped that.
So, Bobby, real quick, it is digitalpool.net/Sharkstream, right?
Yeah, that's the way. If you want to go watch every single, if you're like really a pool addict, like a lot of us are, you know, for $10 a month or 100 for the year, you can get every table. So, for instance, all those scores that I just gave you, you can go watch every single match, which is to me is just amazing. You know, kind of a revolutionary, if you know what I mean. Just even tomorrow or Sunday, you can watch both semifinals at the same time if you have that channel, you know. So go get it if you don't have it. Check it out. Digitalpool.net/Sharkstream.
For $10, you can go wrong. WNTTV.com doing the same thing. All the content. So, really, you love pool. Just can't go wrong. Price.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Wow.
I agree. And then, you know, not to ring our bell anymore, but a little bit, you know, like Scott was here with a bunch of other people just last month with Earl and Jeremy Jones and Rodney Morris. So when you become a subscriber, not only do you get these tournament matches, you get all the pros that we get invited. And last year we had everybody from Earl Strickland to Efren Reyes to Fedor Gorst all come through our room, and we're going to continue to bring that content to you. So the $10 is definitely worth it.
Yeah, it's not just tournament content. Sorry about Brian. It's not just tournament content. You've got local room content, action content, all types of different content. It's basically 24/7 content because I know you guys live on the Sharkstream.
We do.
It's the team No Sleep. Well named.
For sure.
There's always something going on, and we've got great fans, so many loyal fans. We had one fella when we had the pro weekend a month ago or so. He drove all the way, jumped in the car. He said he had to. He jumped in the car from Kalamazoo, Michigan. Michigan Mike came down and paid us a nice visit.
Yeah, for the first pro that was shot event.
And he was showing a great time. He showed him where to get the great New Haven pizza, and he got the royal treatment. It was nice.
Jeremy's looking pretty solid here. What do you think? Nothing really tied up?
Really a matter of connecting the dots. Now, I mean, something I really, this has happened 3 times now. Been 3 big misses by Jeremy. 1 ball, a 3 ball, and now the 5. And I credit him. I really got his bridge. Like he's with a miss like this and the other 2, something might be a little bit up with Jeremy. I don't know how much.
I'm going to let you know a little secret.
Yeah,
I'll let you a little secret. He's definitely a little injured.
I was just going to say that. That's exactly true. I don't know if it came up yet in the chat, but Jeremy has a situation medically going on with his elbow.
in his shoulder.
And it might be originating up in his neck, and he's been seeing a couple of people about it, but he's got a little bit of instability. And I would have to say we've watched enough uncharacteristic misses from him in this match already, and in a previous match, I think it is affecting him.
Well, I'll go one over. If you watch him play, and especially with the different camera angles, you'll see his back arm actually shakes. It's actually noticeable. You can see. So it's amazing that he's playing as well as he is, to be honest. I'm not taking anything away from any of the other players he's playing, but he's playing. You can see he's definitely not 100%.
No doubt,
Yeah, well,
no doubt about it.
His game quite something.
It's about playing, and then luckily, obviously in Connecticut, he didn't have to travel, so he decided to play and fight through it. Jayson Shaw, guys, give him this guy's played here several times. He's played against Earl. He's played against Moritz, and he hasn't lost here. He's never lost here. He plays fantastic here. So, and here he goes right now up 4-1. So watch out. The Shaw train is coming, everybody.
He's not an easy one to knock off, that's for sure. But there's a room full of champions here, so we'll see.
All right, guys. Bobby Hilton, I'm going to leave you guys alone. Great job. Keep up the good work. Everybody out there, thanks for watching, and hope you guys enjoy the rest of the show.
Thanks so much, Bobby. Watch the cue ball, Jayson.
Oh, he lost it, yeah.
Thrilled about it. Bad kiss. We'll probably get a look at that. Not. Bad kiss down here in the pile. I'm not sure what ball he drew off of. That means he was actually hitting it well. You see it a lot of times. Catch a kiss. Happen to top left, top right, depending on what side they happens more often. Jermey struggling a little bit with an injury. Makes a lot more sense to me.
Yeah, if you're able to key in on his back shoulder, elbow, you could see a little bit of shaking going on.
Really. Wish him the best, and I do wish him the best. Something about that.
I talked to him about it just a couple of days ago, and he told me he thinks that they're getting close to sorting him out. So, yep. We certainly hope for the best. Boy, he's one of those nice guys in pool. I mean, just always got to root for this guy. And I've heard his name pronounced so many different ways over the years, and I even botched it myself for a long time. But he set me straight on it a few years ago. If anybody ever wonders, it's just like spaghetti sauce. That's how you pronounce it, saucy. Most everybody calls him Sossei with like a hard O, but it's saucy.
Mr. Saucy is going to work.
I know it wasn't going to last long. Yeah. I think he does. I think he hits this middle ball. I don't think any saucy is required here. With a little shake in his elbow or not, he's still a threat. So Jayson needs to keep pressure on him.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of key misses. I think the score line could be absolutely opposite of what it is now, or even.
Yeah.
Still got that rock solid bridge. I'm kind of use Jeremy as a example when I'm teaching. Fingers, how solid his best with it. Tension in the elbow. Kind of Johnny Archer-esque.
Right break here. Jason's likely to send that one ball down table, look for cover. Wouldn't completely shock me if he did went in on it either.
I roll out action. It's just a awkward play from 9. Five's got him covered up a little there. Out on something probably. Still not straightforward.
Jeremy comes through the that gate there. Oh, good Lord, I'm looking at the wrong ball.
Yeah, I was wondering. It's all good. It's all good. It happened.
This long view here. Sorry about that, guys.
It's all good, my friend.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he's booked to come off of like assuming past this. Seven. All he really wanted was distance going straight back. How did that little flick off the 6? Give him a gap, and it did. Stitch up Mr. Sossei.
Come across with some spin on this one. If he could hit the bottom side of that one, he should end up with a little separation. Hopefully some blockers. Hit that one right on the button, but it worked out very well. Waiting for the next table, I think.
Really just don't want to get straight on red 3. Stun all width forward here. Stoppable. stop at 5. Stay above it. These are the balls that he's kind of missed. So got a punch or cinch from 1 or 2 out. And you can almost see an extension of the back on there where it hurt them a little.
Oh.
Shocking.
His fundamentals are beautiful, really.
Yeah, I think that carries him. Little distance on the line and draw over. Handled this rack nicely. Maybe starting to find a little something. It's a 1. But
Nicely done. Anybody who's unfamiliar with where we're broadcasting from, here's a look at Yale Billiards, Wallingford, Connecticut.
Long view or the DP view?
long.
Like here.
Break. To play past the 8. Angled towards the 3 isn't very sweet anyway. Could chip it over. Come back.
Like he's got an edge here on the cue ball back down table. Unless he has enough of it, he could send the 2 ball down. And he did.
Uh-oh. 5 wire up to the top left.
Jeremy is proficient with his jump cue.
Yeah, so he's got a big pocket. If the 5 isn't wired, he could possibly get it in off the. I think it's pretty close. Might be having a hard time elevating here. Back arm. See.
Might be uncomfortable for him for sure. But at that 9 ball, if he gets a skid off.
Might take a look at the 9, even though the layout is so sweet. Players will. At it, he come off the 9.
Oh, it complicated the 3 ball. Get in there.
Right, he might
Oh,
be.
it looks like he does. Yep.
Hots here. Won't take long.
Fill this off the bottom rail. Elementary. Not much time at all.
Painless. Ryan, you're from Wallingford area, or where are you from up in that area?
I'm about 25 miles away from here. I've
Nice.
been here most of my life. Did a little time away in Florida for a little bit, and then did my service hitch, and otherwise, all Connecticut all the time.
Thank you for your service.
It was a breeze. It was not so bad. I was in during that Vietnam conflict, but they knew not to send me there.
Touching the subject, Pepe's Pizza in New Haven. Sure you've had it a time or two.
Which one now?
Is it Pepe's?
Oh my goodness, yeah. The 3 big ones in New Haven are Pepe's, Sally's, and Modern.
Yeah, we've had all 3. Jeremy and I are huge fans of Pepe's.
Pepe's is phenomenal. Yep. I think it's a pretty much a pick-em between Modern and Pepe's for most people here locally.
Yeah, I was gonna say Modern was.
Yeah.
You guys ever get up in that area, gotta give it a try. If you're a pizza lover, special pizza up there. It's pizza capital planet.
They actually just had it on the news last week. They've come out with license plates here in Connecticut that say the pizza state that people can order optionally. And I heard there's some people around the country, and especially in New York, who are not happy about it. And I say, why get unhappy about pizza? Everybody has their
Yeah,
pride. Just enjoy yourself. Have fun.
I agree. Going to change the quality.
You know, I have a semi-sad story about New Haven pizza. I was right on the verge. Uh, Freddie the Beard was coming to New York, and he was going to come and meet me for New Haven pizza. And he had gotten sick, and he ended up having to go to the hospital. And you know the rest of the story. It was an unfortunate, very untimely passing. But he was so looking forward to coming by and trying the New Haven pizza because he wanted to compare it. I guess the other really big comparable pizza, and it's a completely different style, and I haven't had it, is Chicago pizza. Have you had their pizza?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's a much thicker
Yeah, the big deep
style.
dish. Yeah, deep dish pizza. Yeah.
Shout out to Freddie the Beard and his family. Pretty close with his daughter. Commentate last match with smart, intelligent guy. Jayson Shaw just literally on the run.
Yeah, once he gets going like this, he's hard to catch up.
Doesn't like
Catch
the
up
angling
to.
falling off. Might have to go forward, play to the short side. Is that what he's looking at now? Like the 6 plays if he just stops there, but
Like you could use that'll work. If he's back cutting it, you need to get a referee to have a look, maybe.
love to have had another rotation forward, but still does play.
He'll play it the other way, yeah.
He's trying to get to the short side here. Wait for the 6, but pinch him up behind.
Gonna save him.
Yeah, he'd like to have had another rotation out. Shooter. Out one rail, staying above the 9. Step out for 1 minute. I'll be right back.
Yes, sir. To give a big thank you to everybody one more time for tuning in. This is Brian the Kickin' Chicken, and you're watching the Sharkstream at Yale Billiards. This is the McDermott Open. John Lehman, referee extraordinaire, stepping in. Big thank you to all of our sponsors, Harriman Insurance, the Venerable Andy Gow, McDermott Cues, of course, Simonis and Aramith products, Taom products, Salotto, of course, the Sharkstream and Yale Billiards. I guess I get to call it the mighty Sharkstream. It looks like we are over 42,000, might be 43 by now, followers. Thank you guys very much. Ciao, cue ball.
I missed.
Just a break. They had the referee having to liberate the rack from the 7-ball and 9-ball. Looks like Jeremy will have an edge here. Try to get that cue ball to track back up table. Got lots of blockers in the middle of the table.
He shot here. Like it maybe might even be easier. Edging that ball is a good call. You can use the 6-8, all the blockers you said. Boy, it's really easy to mishit it. Could catch it a little thicker maybe and try and use the 5 and 9. I like to go back up table like you said though. Uh-oh, what's he doing here? He's using a little rag. Is this legal?
I don't know if I've ever seen that before. Ever.
Yeah, me neither.
I really never have.
Oh,
It's clever if it hasn't been tested yet.
yeah, you'd have to assume he mentioned. I asked Jayson if he minded. Or Jayson didn't mind regardless. Fine. If he catches the correct side, he could use the 8 here maybe. Plays. He can get to it. Might be in the way. Already shot. If it's playable.
He can make his way back up for position.
It's here where he's got to elevate a little bit, where I feel like that back arm is kind of causing him some problems. I've noticed kind of when he's just kind of tucked down toward cue balls where kind of struggling. Leveled out, he's pretty successful. Tell you what, he didn't hit it bad, in my opinion.
Oh, he really didn't miss by much. It was a valiant effort and had great position. There's a bit of a two-way aspect to it, but the whole way.
Swerve around the 5 here. In behind the 1 heavy. It was by design, I believe, because he was looking to the right side of the table with the cue ball. Walked over there. Don't know that he was trying to go into the 7-1.
It worked nicely.
Yeah, he would have had cover possibly with 6.
I want to try to hit down by the counters there, hit 2 rails and kick that one up. Unless he feels he can swerve around. I think hitting the bottom short rail first. Short rail, long rail, end it up. Gives you a big separation opportunity. kid. See if he ends up with cover. Complicated a few balls. Jeremy's going to look to go right down table and see if he can get another foul on him. I think Eagle Eye was made for shots like this.
I can just come across, right? I think you can play the two same coin. Nothing wrong. Starts low and then levels out, which is a little on straighter than I expected.
Assuming the 3 passes into the corner, if it does, I don't know, he might brush it on this shot. If he needs to brush it, he certainly can.
Yeah, he could go into it heavy if he'd like, just nice and soft. Okay, if he can pinch this side ball. Wait it. So it didn't pass, and he came into the back.
Frustrating.
At this, I guess he'd be thrilled if he could. There's a couple options if he catches the thin side or the top side. The end of the world, really. Long, awkward.
Jason's had quite a career potting balls just like this.
Wouldn't mind going into the 5 and 9 now.
And there'd be no penalty for it. Certainly would help him.
Like he's trying to bury the.
Surprised he missed that. Thinking he meant to miss it because he wasn't going to have a 4 to the 5, was he?
No, that's a good point. There's a good chance he did play. Let's knock it up. 5 and 9. Probably want to go softly.
Keep it
See how
laying.
choked up he is?
Yes.
He's really choked up. Kind of wondering, and he made a good hit. Just kind of wondering if that elbow with the shake that he got, get a little more weight with back arm, with the arm kind of move back just a bit more. I know he's a choke up type player. I am as well. A little more weight might it help him with the accuracy a little bit. Maybe just bringing that back arm back 6 inches.
Might stabilize it a little bit, right?
Right.
You could brush the bottom side of this and try to come back around and use that 6 as a blocker. Or you could try to send the cue ball up table and let the 5 release back by the 6. Send it into the long rail and back. Looks like he's hitting the bottom of it.
Yeah, it's definitely tricky.
Absolutely is.
He's looking at the 9-1 rail. He can.
He is going for the bank. Look at this ball track. Look at this ball. Oh, what a great attempt that was.
Yeah, without a doubt. And he got the cue ball up table with a high inside ball where I thought if he played it, he might play it with a low outside. I was kind of looking at it all along.
Yeah, me too. He just beat the kiss.
Also gives it an idea how pockets are playing. They're not just follow the ball. You've got to be accurate. Problem here for Jermey is 6 is kind of clipped right side, the short rail. Really, I'd like to be able to dig in behind it. Can't do much there.
Wow.
Tell you right. Got the tap of approval from Eagle Eye.
Great shot.
Jayson can see an edge of the 5, the 6 and 8 here.
Yeah, I think he'll just swing it back around. He's got 2 to 3 blocking, potential blockers. Like to get back in the general area that he's shooting from.
Or maybe even come down below the 6.
Ooh.
Missed it.
Rare.
Yeah, so outside ball is what caused the miss. He wanted to wrap 2 rails tight. He's going to play the 9. I can't blame him.
I would
Might
too.
take a chance.
Yeah. Oh, he's going to shoot him out. I'm too much. I am a chicken. I'd send that 9-ball into the ball box right now. Of course, this is that uncomfortable position for Jeremy, probably.
Hanging around. Sossei.
Yes, he is.
Had it. Board open. I'll be there. Hope everybody else well as well. 5th through 10th, August 25th. Al in Orlando. This is held this year. Sky Sports Matchroom. WNT. NTTV.com. Resale starts April 7th.
Everybody that's been to that venue raves about it.
Tell you what, I did a little commentary there, and I was kind of with the team as well throughout the event. But the commentary, never experienced anything like it. You could not hear yourself talk. That's the truth. Wild.
Those raucous Americans. I know that Europeans are typically very demure. That's a great
Yeah, I tell you,
spread.
broke your eye there. Got to wonder with the ball finishing high if that arm is affecting cut break for. Oh,
One more example of this stingy table.
yeah, same pocket that the 9 held up in. So the lower left is haunting Shaw. In here. Stretch is Matchroom World 9-ball tour rules. All ball fouls cannot touch the 8 with the shirt. Jayson Shaw will receive ball in hand. Be good from there. Rails between 6 and 7 towards pink 4. Natural. Well, we can see why Jeremy's still playing. Execution is still great. A couple of key missed balls here and there, but other than that, he's kept himself well in this match. I have to power this out. Might have to run into the 8. Unless he can draw past it. Hold. Just touchy. Really easily lose the ball with a low outside ball. Could hold with an inside low ball and miss the 8.
He's gonna
Oh,
draw
the
into the
right long
long,
rail.
yeah, the long rail, I think. Yeah.
In.
He hit more rails.
That was a little touchy to hold. Top rail or down here. Up.
Actually done.
Self-settled. Taking it one ball at a time. Working through problems. Staying in the match.
Ooh, that was dicey.
Got it down.
Okay, back to the live action. We're gonna have Jeremy Sossei breaking at 5-6.
Area that he struggled in a little bit last few racks. Let's see if he can throw up has. Flick off the top of the 8. He's got a long 2 ball. Lower corner. He can float past the side and out though. Really all about burying the 2. Really what it looks like to much of outside ball or drop down below right side pocket.
Back anywhere near middle table would be just great.
Key here is just stay as still as you can and you don't like over a little quick, a little hard on the hit. Yeah, that's the speed. What a great strike that was. Boy, when he gets through the ball well, he looks playing it very nice. Go forward, one wheel up. Get ahead of myself here, but he gets on this 5. Heavy favorite to become a tie ball game and really starting to look a lot more comfortable. Plays in either lower corner, his option. all preference from this, especially where the 6 line. Likely 8.
This is a statement rack from Jeremy.
Statement it is with a hung 9 from Shaw, and a hung 1 from Shaw. Tie ball game.
Very nice.
Joey hit the lights, Bobby grabbed the mic. Chicken, calling at you from the other side. Sharkstream, going live. We're about to enter water, only sharks survive. In 3, 2, 1.
Okay, back to the live action. We've got action. Jeremy Sossei, he's going to be breaking at 6-6.
And to repeat himself, he got 6. Really the short, maybe a bit thin. The 9 tracking towards the side. Long try. Shaw get a look at the 1
The 6 in the way.
to tell from here. Overhead gives us a look. It's close at worst. I believe he can get at it. Must the ball a little low here. Brown. Traffic to avoid. 7, 6, 9. Hold. Kill this to inside ball. Trickle it in. Up.
He has that body language like he's going to go long, huh? He's rethinking, maybe.
Like to be able to swing around, but
Threads the needle.
yeah, he's everything.
Oh, man.
This is the same pocket that's held up it's held up now it's held up the cue ball. Have a look.
Oh, if he,
Combination, I believe it's pretty tough, right? The 5 is and shave off the. Now he's got to look at it.
he does.
5 being frozen makes this combination so much.
When they're against the cushion, it's got to be hit. It's got to be struck perfectly.
I'll see him. Shave off of it. You do Z the cue ball, or do you just softly try to land behind the tree?
much distance.
E. Rub off the 4. And can't see an edge.
So he'll likely play it around the 3 and get back up table. Oh dear.
Cue ball, pretty thin hit there. Checked it with an inside ball. I thought he'd just flat cue ball. Really out of nowhere. Jermey with an opportunity to take the lead. Didn't really see it coming. Shaw was up 6-3. Or don't want some type of a lapse process. Lazy.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Kind of in between there, right? All well.
I mean, he's got a safety opportunity if he rubs the right side of that, or he can come up and use these 3 balls for cover, but he sure wanted to keep going here, says Captain Obvious. His body language says, I'm really frustrated with myself.
Yeah, and I think it's kind of tough actually to come down here. I don't know. That's what I looked at initially as well.
Maybe he's got to go this way, huh? You're going to hit rails with the cue ball and get up this end of the table that way?
Hell,
I think that's what he's doing. He's going to come near the corner pocket and swing around.
avoid the 6. Right, he's home free. Going. Object ball off the table. That's ball in hand. Second opportunity for out this rack. You got too close to the pink 4. Got to finish here. Opportunity up 7-game 6 versus Shaw when you were trailing 6-3. All in your hand now. Credit to Hart that he fed back. It looks pretty good. Through the still extreme.
Asked for more. That was perfect. He'll just drag it down with some spin off the long rail. Should have the easy side pocket 9, I would say.
Clubhouse, Brian.
Like it. Guy's got heart.
thankless job. The referees, shout out to them.
Yeah, you know, it's a good day when they don't get in the way and they seem like they're keeping everything moving nicely and no issues at all.
Yeah, it's just kind of one of those things, right? You hear about the referees when they make a mistake, but we don't really hear much about them when they're doing things right. I think that's when we got to kind of touch on them. Not any
Oh,
mistake, but not eat.
Jeremy's one of those guys, I mentioned it earlier, when he breaks, when you're in the room, no matter where you are in the room, when he breaks, it stands out. He's one of those guys that sounds like a cannon going off. And you look back and you think, wow, he's like 110 pounds wet, all wet. And he gets in, his technique is beautiful.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's the technique, right? His timing on the break is, wow.
With all that technique, he had another dry break here.
And one just finished up top, got the point. It's got him completely par for the course for Shaw. Hasn't really had anything to look at quite a long time, it feels. He can roll out. If he'd like to roll out, I think he's got to. 6, maybe. Take a chance and kick at it. See bright future that direction.
Kind of a big,
Problem with rolling out.
kind of a big side pocket, right?
Yeah, exactly. And the problem with rolling out is the defensive plays, really. There are all types of them. Anywhere you go up table, shave off the 6 and use 7 and 5. One down behind the 2 and 3, or use 4 and 3. That's why he's taking so much time. I'll look and pick the backside of the wall.
He was just aiming just past the side pocket, maybe with a little backward spin.
Six. Behind it. I think softly. No, Jeremy's just going to edge the right side of the wall. Excuse me, the 5 and 7. Really, the more I look at it, I can't fault him for maybe framing at it from behind. This is better side, but then you think he's just going to float the 1 down past the 9 and use the 2 and 3. Maybe not better to side of the 6.
Yeah,
Out.
I think if he offers that push out, he's going to get stuck. One of those penitentiary style safes. I think
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, no doubt.
I'd stay away from that shot.
Yeah, so looking here, and the reason being is 'cause it's a little steeper to edge off our right side of the wall. Behind the 5 and 7. This is okay.
I
Out of
don't mind.
here,
I don't mind this at all.
probably just going to softly edge the 1 and use 4 though.
Just come down to the counters, right? Let the cue ball release, or do you go to the other side with the 9-7-3 or 9-7,
Probably,
whatever that is over there?
5.
Five.
Probably all preference. Got so many options, really. It's really when you're stable, right? We've talked about that. Giving it back.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised.
Jason's going to play the shot that we're discussing, but he caught it a little heavier than he. That's
I mean,
for sure.
Jayson could, Jermey could shoot this if he wants. Might be best to play safe here, but he can go offense.
Yeah, I think he will. I don't know where you can get away defensively, but Jason, speaking of him, he just got that a little heavy. Unless he can stick something, but I don't know that he can get enough of this. Safe. But it's a pretty makeable ball. High cube. Allow the cube out 2 rails above the 7.
Matter controlling the
2.
yeah, just controlling the 2 ball.
Right. So he's just going to go into the 2, maybe off the
You trying to drag
cushion.
behind the 2 with for safety?
He can't get behind the 2
I think so.
first, but he might come off the long round there. Got it real thin. This is the first actual look pocketing a ball that I remember for quite some time for Shaw. Everything kind of finished real awkward. Credit Jeremy Sossei on that.
Let's start our clocks right now. See how long it takes. If he's going to get through it.
Tried to draw in. Got it too thin. One that you come to possibly. Daisy crossing it. And at the cross corner, possibly.
But can he beat that kiss? Is he going to pinch it with a
Depends.
bunch of inside? I don't know what he's doing here.
Shoots it, he's probably thinking he can. There is some pretty good defensive plays if you bottom around, catch the ball first. See all of this. That was by design.
Yeah,
That's where the cue ball finished.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I was just going to say that he didn't have an easy 3, that's for sure.
A lot of good ways to get safe here off the second rail. Choose go that way. Jump you. Rocking.
Yeah, he needs to thread one of those balls through that mess, whether it's the 2 or the cue. It's the 2, and it's coming all the way back. And hiding. And hiding.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tied the 5 up.
Wow. Oh, I think Jason's going to figure out how to knock that in.
He tied the 5 up, so he's made a mess of things for Shaw. Nudge him up behind the pink.
Yep.
I think what he did there, making sure pretty high and off the rail a little.
See if Jayson tries to hit the second rail before the 3, the long rail. Wow. Thought he had it in there.
Missed it.
So now that 5 becomes a complication.
Yeah, if he can get to the top side of the table, or if we were looking straight on, possibly anywhere from the left side, that way you can off out here like this. Now you can come into the 2 rail line. The 5 does play.
Nicely
Side.
done. Yeah.
Can open them up, but if you stay below the 5, I think 6.
5-7 looks pretty wired too if he needed to, but I think that short side for the side pocket is what he's after.
7 will.
Yeah. Yeah, it might be off. He's looking at it. He's got
I
this.
just looking at the. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, Brian.
Oh, he looks like he's going to thread the cue ball down now. Get to his 6 ball.
About power. He was tricking us there. Acted like he was going to shoot. Looking away.
Oh, wouldn't that be something for Klebe Kachi? How do you say his first name? Klebe?
Ledio?
Cledio.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah, that would be something Ledio would do.
It'd
I
be
just
right.
thought that.
It'd be right in his wheelhouse, right? Oh, geez, we've all done that a couple of times to our opponents. Do the old look away shot.
Sir. There you have it. Sharkstream TV. Listen, $10 monthly. Get pool all day, all night. Pro matches, top tier action. Good as it gets.
Only do that if you like exceptional pool content.
Matches just kind of had the feel back and forth. Still got to put Shaw as a pretty heavy favorite. In last not down. Yeah, he's breaking the ball. 5, and he got 5, and he's
Pretty.
this could be bad news. Sossei.
Over the years, watching Jayson Shaw, there's a lot of times where you'll see him will sputter a little bit here and there. Then all of a sudden he catches that gear, and it's like otherworldly kind of stuff.
Covering him 20th to the 27th PLP. He played exceptional. Odd ball that you don't expect him to ever miss is what he would do. And that's kind of always been Jayson. Balls were laying tough, awkward. He was the one out, a lot like Shane Van Bonen. Every now and then, he'd just miss an odd ball here or there where you never expected it. That doesn't tell me he's playing bad. That's focus or concentration.
A let up on an easy one, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, because he definitely is hitting the ball as good as he hit it. He'll tell you the same thing. Believes he's playing as
Yeah.
not forget he did 132 balls. Great pool.
That it's mind-boggling. And he didn't like the first record he made, so he went back and improved it.
And he's going to improve this. Oh,
He's not stopping until he hits 1,000, right?
he'll do it next try, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. Record days effort. Wants to get the most out of it, though. He should, right? You don't want to run 2,000 balls the first time. How much money are you going to get out of that? One-stop shop.
We'd all be doing it if that was the case. Yeah, no, yeah, it's incredible. It's incredible what he's done. He's amazing.
And what's even more incredible is the time frame. Talk about how big the pockets are, but I actually was one of 10 who had to review the match or had the pleasure of. You can't touch a ball with your finger, with your shirt. You can't run 830 balls. He was jacked up or elevated balls probably 40 times throughout that 832 run. Any touch of an object ball. That run is no. The concentration and the time in which fascinating. Took somewhere around hours.
Like crushing discipline, huh?
All right, so here's an opening for Sossei. Can he to the side and avoid the traffic? Is available to 5. Make things a little more difficult now.
Would have been about 2 feet closer had it not ticky that.
Yeah, there was a lot of traffic there too. Good plays and guys are playing their best pool. Hesitate. Great to playing side. Maintain position. Now he's got extra work to do. Like he wants ball between 8 and 8. The problem is the nine's there as well, so still got traffic and feel like he can softly side ball. That's touchy. And was always going to be there. Now he's top city. Back and forth with the cue ball. If he wants to play it. A real good safety. You can get it behind the 7-6 if you'd like. chip the 3 down, but he really doesn't want to relinquish control of the table to Shaw. He doesn't have to. I almost feel like you've got to stay aggressive here.
Could he put that? Could he put that 3 ball down by the 8 and just send the cue ball up?
That's what I was just touching on. You could
that
use the 6 and 7. You didn't want to really control Jayson being on the hill. I think he's going to have to. Like he's passing it up. There,
he played all cue ball.
down the gap.
Yep. And not only did it find the gap, but it's a big pocket to boot.
Really surprised he didn't just edge off of that ball, ensuring that it's to the bottom right.
Well, that's what I was thinking about that 8 ball. Just make that your priority.
Shot there. Big shot there from Shaw. Smells blood. This is most likely the beginning of the end. Well, I felt like maybe the 3 was worth taking a cut at. Jermey Sossei.
Reminds me of Buddy Hall, what he used to say: if you don't have a really good safety, go down swinging. And
yeah, especially agreed, especially in that position, bro.
Yep. Don't let the other guy control your destiny. He worked really hard to keep it this close. Jermey did.
Absolutely. Yeah, he played great. He had a 7-6 lead.
Well, I'd hate to be in this position where you're needing Jayson to falter.
And I don't think he's
no.
Really all goes back to the initial 1 ball that Jermey had. If he plays it up in the corner, less cue ball movement, really going to guarantee position. Got to do is down. Everything really opened up.
Yeah.
Played it to the side, had to avoid traffic, and that's where the trouble began.
Well, he's getting his extension. He's somewhere around 72 inches now. Look at the length of that cue. Want to give a big thank. Yeah, he came short.
This is weak. He decelled big time there.
I was
a little ways to go here.
I was just starting to say goodbye.
Aggressive.
Think he's cutting this in? Eagle eye?
I know he is.
Yeah.
He's not going to go down playing safe.
I want to give a big thank you to everybody for tuning in. This is Brian the Kickin' Chicken. Had the honor of doing commentary with Scott Frost. Thank you so much, Scott, for joining us. Have more to go, but I think that might be it for today's activity. Big thank you to our main sponsor, McDermott Cues. Thank you to them.
I'm going to run a couple spots before we close.